Good evening, all. Sir, may I audible? Yes, sir.
Sir.
Am I audible? Yeah, good evening, all the students, the teachers, and the parents who have joined for today's webinar. I welcome you all to this wonderful webinar this evening. Definitely, this webinar is going to help you a lot. And after this webinar, after the session of Raghu sir, you can ask some questions. But in order to ask the questions, you need to post the questions only in at forum, where you can answer a question. Those questions will be answered. So go to the website. So just let me show you our website. Sir, can you see the website? Yes, sir.
Sir.
Can you see the website?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
So this is our website. It was developed to help the student from 8th class to 12th class. And I request all the students, please download the app from Google Play Store, which is very useful to you all, especially for the students who are preparing for JEE Mains exam, NEET exam, all the competitive exams. Lot of information is available here. And once you just register here, you go to a profile. Everybody who register for the website, you will be directed to the profile where you can upload your photo. It is not mandatory. Whether if you are interested, you can upload, otherwise you can leave it. Right? And you need to fill up all the fields. Okay, you can choose the language in which you want to see the articles, and you can name your college name, board of intermediate, which class you're studying, group you're studying, and you can just select one interested career option. Suppose I want to go to engineering, whatever the thing you want, you can just select there. And based on that, all the, since I've taken MPC as my stream, you can see when I come to this EdNew section, I can see every information related to MPC. I've seen NITs, NTA, all these exams. So suppose a student is preparing for example, I want tips for JEE. I just wanted to know some of the tips for preparing for JEE exams. So you can see this. And similarly, if you can JEE Mains exam, let us put this clearly. So JEE Mains exam, if I just type it here, so all the content that you see in this website is completely based on your personal interest. For example, a student is preparing for, say, aeronautical engineering. Simply, you just keep the word aeronautical here. You see a lot of content is available only based on aeronautical engineering. Suppose if I do the same search in Google, say for example, if you go to Google website and you just put this, let's say google.com. Now I'm just keeping the same aeronautical engineering. If you look at the content you see here, and the same word when I search here, you see the here. So this is the main difference between the Google and EdGroom. In EdGroom, we have created the content which is more relevant to the students. Here, everything is related to students' information. But in Google, they work of a different order. So here, you don't get any information exactly what you want. You have to search more and more. But in this case, here all the information that we provided in EdGroom is completely personalized. So I request every student, and you just register on the website, download the app. It is only 2 MB app. Go to Google Play Store. Just put the word EdGroom. You'll see a blue letter E. Download the app, and it is only 2 MB. Register yourself, and you have one forum. So in this forum, there is a separate section as the speaker. So today's webinar is this. So you can just keep the questions here, and those questions only can be answered by our speaker. So I request all the students, and even parents also can join, and it is very useful to all the students and parents. And we have these EdBlock sections also. So here we can find out all the content which is developed exclusively for the students. So these webinars will be conducted every week at 5 p.m. Let me share some of the details. Yeah, I think you can see my PPT, right? Sir, can you see that PowerPoint? Yeah. So here EdGroom is all about. So first of all, people should know what exact EdGroom means. EdGroom is all about the providing, as I said, the personal information is a social platform which provides personalized information to the students, parents to take better decisions. And EdGroom provides career guidance to 8th to 12th class students. And who can be part of it? EdGroom is mainly for students, parents, and teachers. Students can get a lot of information. Just now I have shown you what type of articles you can browse related to career. A lot of information is available for your careers. So you can just put those words, and through webinars also a lot of issues will be resolved. So it is very, very, very useful to students. And how it is helpful for the parents. We see a lot of people, a lot of parents are confused about their kids' decisions. Suppose a son wanted to do something else, the parents is worried whether a particular course have options or not. So parents also can browse a lot of information for the website, and they also can get a lot of information, lot of ideas. They can interact with the people, they can pose the question. So parents also can get a lot of information. And how it is useful for the teachers, because as a teacher, I know a lot of students ask the question related to different careers. So as a teacher, if I was not updated, I may not guide my students in a proper way. So definitely this website will help the teachers to understand what are the possible courses. Here a lot of information is available regarding JEE Mains exam, how was the pattern, and any changes in the exam pattern, or what is the paper discussion, what are the difficult levels in paper. A lot of information available even for the teachers also. So teachers can even be involved in this website. Now, let us understand some of the important tools that we develop for the students community to understand better. Let me share. Let us see what. Hello, in this I'm going to explain one of the most unique feature of this website, that is EdBytes. Let's see what is inside EdBytes. In EdBytes, you find the content from different sources, which is very useful to the students. In this, you can see a content related to different courses, different exams, different careers, like this. For example, a student who is preparing for JEE Mains exam, if he simply enters JEE Mains, you see the results. All the articles related to JEE Mains you can see there. So you can see a lot of information about the JEE Mains exam, how to prepare, what are the important dates, what are the books related. So you can browse a lot of articles related to just JEE Mains exam. Let's see how you get the results on Google. Suppose in Google, if I simply type JEE Mains, look at the results here. Now you look at the results in AdBytes. Here, all the information is related to the students' interests. For example, if I just type NEET exam here, look at the content. So here, how to prepare for the NEET exam. Everything is related to only the NEET exam. All the content is NEET and options beyond MBBS. These articles will definitely help the students. The same way, if I type same NEET in Google, what happens you see? So here, if you look at the content that you are seeing in Google, is not as relevant as you are getting in AdBytes there. So here you require further search. But here in AdBytes, the content is more suitable. Suppose a student is preparing for law, he just type the word law, will get all the information related to law. So this is the main advantage for the students. So those who wish to see information related to their career, they can browse all that from this AdBytes. So it is a very, very useful tool for the students who want to take their career to higher level. Thank you. Let us see another important tool we have developed for the students community. That is let's understand what exactly the Ed forum is all about. The Ed blogs. Hi, in this I'm going to explain another important tool for the students and parents. That is AdBlog. In AdBlog, we see a curated content related to different topics. For example, this article, the Q&A with expert in chemical engineering, written by a professor from Andhra University. So, in this blog, he explained everything about the chemical engineering. Why one should take chemical engineering? What is the advantages of chemical engineering? What are the job prospects? Which is the best to call like this? Professor Chittubabu Garu explained everything about the chemical engineering. So like this, we have different articles. Let's see one more. And how to score best marks in chemistry, which was written by the senior most chemistry faculty, Anuradha Tenneti ma'am. In this, he answered the various doubts students generally have, like what are the important topics, what are the subjects you should study, other topics, the subtopic that one should study for getting better marks in chemistry. So we can have another senior faculty member, Dr. G.V. Sridhar. He wrote an article about the electronic and communication engineering.
Then we have some articles exclusively for the details about the IITs, what are the available seats in IITs. So students can just click the link here. They can browse all the information here. The main advantage of this section is here you get all the comprehensive information about the 4 years BTech degrees at IITs. So we can just go through all the details of it. If a student want to know about a particular exam like BITSAT, so a blog was written. Here all the information related to BITSAT was given. The students can understand just by looking at the article. If they want to know exactly more information, they can just click this BITSAT admission website. They can go there. And even we have provided a comment section, so user can use their comment. So this is a very useful product that we developed at EdGroom to help the students and parents to take better career decisions. Thank you.
So I think you understood what exactly EdBlog is all about. And as I said earlier, a lot of curated content was there in EdBlogs. So I request the students make use of those articles, and definitely those articles will help you to build a better career. Now let us understand what exactly is EdForum, what we are provided, what the students and parents can do in EdForum. Let's look at this video. In this, I'm going to explain one of the important tools on this website, that is EdForum. In this EdForum, a student or parent can pose the question, whatever question they have related to any course, a college, or a career. And those questions will be answered by people from different fields. Even some of the students who know the answers can post their answers. So it is a best platform where one can post their questions, or even they can answer the questions that are existing. So you can see how to become an artificial engineer, or is MS in artificial intelligence degree enough? What is the entry-level salary? So question was asked by, that's not the key. So like this, questions will be answered by people who are expert in their fields. So please share your question in this EdForum. Definitely questions will be answered very soon. Thank you. As I said, EdForum is a very good place for the students and parents where you can put all your questions related to a career. So definitely, if you have any questions related to a career, please post your question, and definitely the right people will answer your question and you get the right information for your career. Now let me show you why one should register on this website. What is the advantage of registering on this website? As I said earlier, this website is completely based on artificial intelligence and machine learning. So every information that you see on this website will be related to. Please go through it. Hello, hi, this is Venkatesh Panyam, co-founder of EdGroom. In this video, I'm going to explain briefly what is the advantage of registering on this website. First, you have to click the sign up button. There you need to fill up all the details like name. You can select the grade. You have to fill your mobile number, email address, password. You can set your password, all that. Once you register here, after registration, you can go to sign in button. In this sign in, you have to enter your email address, registered email address and your password. Then you just click login button. Once you log in, you will be directed to this My Profile page, where you need to fill up some more details in order to get the personalized experience on this website. All the notifications that you get on your mobile app will be based on this profile. Even if you don't fill these points on this profile, still you can see all the content in the website. There's nothing that can stop you. But the advantage of filling the profile is data will be personalized. All the content you can see depends on this profile that you fill. Here you can select the languages in which you want to see the content. You can choose either English or Telugu, or you can choose both. Then you need to type the institute where you are studying, the board, and the class you are in, and the stream you are currently pursuing, and the interested. Based on your stream, here for example, when I click MPC, I got lot of streams. So I got engineering entrance exams. I can choose multiple. I'm interested in engineering. I'm interested in engineering entrance exam. So only. Then based on these interest, you have some career options. So I just want to the technology, mathematics and computing. You can select a number of areas related to, or I can say aeronautical engineering. So you can select all the career options related to your interest. Then simply update your profile. So now onwards, whatever you see, the content will be based on your interests. Let's see how it affects your advice. In advice, if you look at, since you have chosen MPC, all the results will be based on MPC only. Day means exam, get notifications, all that will be based on MPC only. Board exams, day advance, MSET, AVPY, all this content is relevant to MPC 3. Suppose in profile, if a student select MPC, let's see how it is going to change. Now I'll select IPC in the place of MPC. Then automatically interests will changes. So now I'm interested in, let's say, medicine. So I need to select some of the branches. So I want to do MBBS, or I can select some BSMS. Like that I can select whatever the options I want to use. Just update. Now let's go to the same advice. Now see here, once you enter those IPC I've entered in profile, so now look at this content have changed. Then we got optometry, NEET exam. Now every content that you see in advice is based on your personal interests. So when I'm preparing for MPC, I'll get all the content related MPC. When I'm preparing for BIPC, I'll get all the content for BIPC. So in this way, in every tool that you're going to witness, the data will be based on your personal interest. So this site completely works on the personalization. If you complete the profile, then you can experience and you can see all the data related to your career. Thank you. So as I said, this website is completely based on the personalization. So I request all the students who are really interested, please register. Then only you can experience the best part of Headroom. I strongly recommend download the app so that you get a lot of notification related to career. Now let's see why a student need Headroom.
What should I choose after my 10th? They say PCM has more scope than PCB. Shall I go for it?
I like biology a lot. What if I couldn't make it in NEET after 12th? Could I able to face the pressure?
I want to be an IITian or NITian in future and I need good coaching for it. Where do I take my admission in?
Now that my MCET rank is decent enough, so which colleges should I choose for admissions in Vizag?
Do I really want to do engineering or am I just going with the flow? Well, I've always wanted to prepare for civil exams. So what should I do now?
Is CSE really worth all the hype? What about ACE and GP? Should I do much research about it or stick to CSE? What if I don't get a job after taking up other branches? Questions like these have been haunting us for the past 2 years now. We never had a clarity as to what to choose or where to go. There always has been a doubt lurking in the corner of our minds.
But after using a platform like EdGroom, we have been able to gain some clarity regarding our decisions and choices. Experienced people in these fields have helped us to be firm with our decisions.
What is EdGroom? EdGroom is an online platform that clarifies all your doubts regarding your career choices and gives you valuable advice. It has an answer for every question of yours.
EdGroom is not only confined to science streams but also other streams like arts, commerce, etc. And since it's an online platform, you can have an access to it anytime.
This platform is run by experienced people like Venkatesa, who has been a lecturer for 2 years in intermediate. He has given the right guidance in our intermediate.
Venkatesh sir's way of approaching the students was unique and fair, and he has always been kind enough in clarifying our doubts.
People like Venkatesh sir are many on EdGroom who are willing to help the students. They'll help you to dream big and achieve big. So without any delay, take up your chance and make the right choice.
Yeah, I hope you all understood their problem and their recommendations. Definitely, EdGroom is a right platform for students and parents. Yeah, before we go to this actual webinar, let me take you just 2 minutes time. So here you can see this. So far, we have 650 plus registered users, the students, we call them EdGroomers. And we got more than 18,000 visitors in the last 3 months. We started website in first week of September. Now we are getting on average 1200 plus weekly active users. And this is our coming webinar. Will be on 2nd December. Again, we have one more webinar on effective preparation for NEET exam by Chandrasekhar, is the director of LN classes. So I strongly believe in this and I advocate the same to students. Don't follow the crowd, choose a career where you will find happiness and no regret. So definitely EdGroom is a place where you can find what you exactly want. Remember, it is a completely a free website. You can join us freely. No need to pay any money and utilize all the service that we are providing. Yeah, I welcome you all. Raghu sir, are you there? Raghu? Raghu sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Welcome you, sir. Welcome. First of all, I like to thank Raghu sir for immediate acceptance. And I know him from last 17 years. I met Raghu sir in the 2004. Later, I worked in Chaitanya for 10 years. And I had a very good time with Raghu sir. And good evening, all the students and parents. Let me introduce the today's speaker. S.Raghu Kumar I know he started his career as a teacher in Tempany School as a maths teacher. Then he moved to Sri Chaitanya as a coordinator for IIT Academy in Asalametta, that is Bharti Bhavan. After he came to IIT Academy, the Bharti Bhavan became a center of attraction. I still remember when I used to work in NID campus in Chaitanya, everybody wanted to work in, Bharti Bhavan, where he is looking after the IIT Academy. Then under his guidance, Chaitanya Academy have expanded to many branches. And I am very fortunate to work under his guidance for 7 years. And he not only guided the students, parents, and even under his guidance, a lot of teachers have taken the best shape of their careers. I am the one. I am the example for his guidance. I started my career as a IIT faculty only in Sri Chaitanya in 2009. And even I remember a success story of Srujan. He got MSET rank second year when we celebrated, and all these type of ranks. Not only that, a lot of ranks were produced under his guidance. And he did his MSc, MPhil in maths, and even B.Ed, and he also did MA psychology. You can witness how he is effective in speaking because of all this part. And right now, he is the dean for all the IIT academies in Srikakulam, Vizianagaram, and Vishakhapatnam. Under his guidance, a lot of students have taken the shape. And even we have one family member, my second brother's son, studied in East Point campus. Now he is working in Flipkart and has his salaries more than 50 lakhs per year. So it's all possible because of his able guidance. Good evening, all the students, parents, and my dear teachers. Sir, I once again thank you for your accepting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Now it is your time, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dear students and parents, let me first appreciate Mr. Venkatesh, the physics, senior most physics faculty member who has started a innovative IDGROOM online platform for the benefit of the students. And I know Venkatesh sir very well, and he is a very prompt person, not only the teaching, but also he has his own ideas and thoughts to help the students in all the ways. So let me introduce myself. As Sir has introduced, my name is S.Raghu Kumar. I am the Dean of Executive Dean of Chaitanya IIT Academy, Vishakhapatnam. And I done my MA Psychology. Also, I done my MS MPhil from Central University in Mathematics. And also, I done my B.Ed Education. And I am the Secretary of Junior Chamber International, which is a very noted organization for the development, personality development, and soft skills of throughout the country. And I've taken so many seminars. Coming into the field of education, I really feel very proud and privileged to guide and train some thousands of students every year. And I'm fortunate, and with the God's blessings and our director's blessings, I'm able to send some hundreds of students every year into IITs and NITs from our organization. I really, as a teacher, I feel very proud of guiding the students in all the ways for their better career. When Venkatesh sir has requested me, I said that fine, I can express my experience, and I just want to give a few information about how they have to build their career in the better way in the coming years. So that is a very, very important topic where maths, physics, and chemistry you will find in the textbooks, and the teachers will be teaching in the classroom. And there are so many, like now when I just came here and when I saw in IDGROOM, there are so many articles which are being published, and they are doing a great job helping the students in all the directions. Apart from all this, there are some important area that's, we call it as behind the screen, that is required for us to be the best and to be a successful person. On this topic, I just want to address each and every one of you so that it not only helps for you to grow in your life, it also helps you to be as the happiest and the comfortable person in your life. That's what my concept, and I think when I just gave the topic that it's a KSH cash, not CSH cash, immediately Venkatesh has called me and eagerly asked me, what is about that, sir? Then I said, okay, in the seminar, I just want to reveal about that. The reason is that's the topic which really gives what you want to become in your life. My mention of SH is something different and the CHS is something different. At the end of my seminar, I'm sure each and every one of you are going to understand what exactly my topic is going to give you, right? As all of us knows that it's very, very important. The three stages of the life will be there. One is the schooling, and the second one is +1 and +2, and the third one is the professional education. These are the three important areas of an student in his academic career. Three important stages. One is the schooling, and the second one is +1 and +2 stage of the academic career, and the third one is the professional career. My dear children, all of you try to understand. In our Indian system, it is very clear that every parent will encourage the students up to the age of 25 years. It's not like the European countries and all, where up to 35, 40, 45 years also, they will be doing a lot of study on their chosen field of education. But in our Indian culture and the society, around 90% of the parents will always think that a student after 25 years has to start his earning, and he must stand with his own, so that individually he can gain whatever he wants to gain in his life. So that's the reason our Indian system and in our society, if you just go back from the history till now, up to 25 years, every person, every child, everyone thinks about the education only. So I consider the age up to 25 years as the educational career or the academic career of a student. But you know, learning is a continuous process in the life. You can learn at the age of 50, you can learn at the age of 60, and you will be learning lot of things every day in the life. But the chosen field of academic field that you choose in your life, the career that you choose in your life, is being considered up to 25 years in our Indian society. So whatever you just do it up to 25 years, you are just going to do it. Undoubtedly, parents also going to encourage. But once that stage of life for 25 years of life crosses, naturally, slowly, it imparts in your mind how to earn, how to settle in the life, how to get these comforts, how to be happy, and what have to be done, what about my settlement, how I'm going to settle. This sort of feelings will be embodied in the minds of the parents and the students, and they start guiding the students in the mode of earning and in the mode of settlement in their life. So when I consider this 25 years of age, I'm talking about the academics. First stage of the life is the schooling, and the second stage is the +1 and +2, and the third stage is the professional career that you choose in your life to settle. Undoubtedly, every profession has that importance in this world. If you just open the window behind you and look at the world, you have immense number of opportunities. Immense opportunities are prevailing in this world. Any opportunity can be gained. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible by everyone. Nothing is fixed to someone. Everything is fixed. You can just open the window and just look at the world. Lot of opportunities are there in this world for you to grow in your life. But this 25 years plays very important role. When you take the schooling, I never think it as a foundation for your career. I just want to tell my perspective. Schooling is not been the foundation for your career. Schooling is something which you just learn what is social, what is English, what is Telugu, what is maths, what is physics, what is discipline, how to read, what is learning, what is study, how to sit in school, what about the sports, everything you just learn what is what, and how to behave and how to develop the discipline. All this will be taught in the school. But the real foundation for your career is the +1 and +2. Why +1 and +2 is going to be very important for your career? The 2 years plays very important role. This will be said by the parents, by the teachers in your respective colleges or the schools. But everybody knows +1 and +2 is going to be very important. It's a critical stage of a student's life, and it turns the student's life in a better way. A very important stage of the life. The 2 years of life is Very, very important. Why? That is the real foundation for the chosen profession. I want to become an engineer. Yeah, I want to settle in my life as an engineer. I want to become an IITian. I want to become an IITian. I just want to do research in physics or chemistry or mathematics or whatever the subject that I choose. I just want to do a research in that. Or I want to become a doctor, or I want to become a chartered accountant, or I want to become a marketing executive, or I just want to pursue my MBA in IIM, or I just want to do research in nanotechnology. I want to work with robotics. I just want to do research in the space. There are so many, whatever the fields that you have, with your goal, with your interest, with your choice, you choose your career. For that career, the real foundation is going to be +1 and +2. If I just want to become a doctor, or I want to become an engineer, or I want to do some research in the science, if I take the arts group, it is not possible. It is not possible for me to become a researcher. So that's the reason the choice of your career, foundation for the choice of your career is completely depending on +1 and +2. You take the right decision, you take the right, this is the right time, you take the right decision, and as per the career that you want to pursue, you just go on working and do it in these coming 2 years. So that's the reason the coming 2 years are to any student's life, +1 and +2 are going to be very, very, very important. I don't want to go into the details of IITs, NITs, or medical. I don't want to go into that. Each and every one of you knows, and already Venkatesh sir has given you a lot of information about his S.Raghu app and everything, which has a lot of information. But if you take the total life of a person, it is divided into 5 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and stage 5. If you take the total life period of a person, it is divided into 5 stages. The first stage is up to 15 years of 15 years is the first stage. The second stage of the life is from 15 to 25 years. The third stage of the life is from 25 to 35 years of age. And the fourth stage is 35 to 40, 35 to 50. And the fifth stage is above 50. These are the 5 stages which we just do it in psychology. We know these are the 5 stages of the life. Every stage of the life is important. Every stage of the life is important for every person. But there will be some priorities at each and every stage of the life. If you can make your journey in that stage of life as the importance of that stage, undoubtedly you will be in the best positions of your life. Before I just go into the other topic, I just want to tell you the importance of those 5 stages. The first stage of the life is school. Schooling as a children up to 15 years, up to 10th standard, you will be there in the school. What are you going to learn in the school? As I said earlier, you are just going to learn in the school what is what. That's all. School is going to teach you everything, to take a decision to become what you want to become in your life, to create yourself, that profession that you want to choose to become in your life. To create that, school will help you, makes you to understand, gives you that lightness, what you want to become in your life. That's what up to 15 years, nothing more than that. The stage 2, 15 to 25, I just keep it aside. I'm going to discuss about that later. The stage 3, 25 to 35 is the professional stage, the job or the business, whatever the job that you choose or the business you are just chosen to work. So the 25, 35, your priority will be always thinking about your professional, how to grow in profession. For example, I just want to become a software engineer. I joined in TCS for 30,000 rupees or 35,000 rupees after completing my 4 years of BTech. Now, once the 25 years age comes, the third stage of the life comes, I cannot get satisfied with the position or the money that I am going to earn in that age. So naturally, what makes me to what I just naturally what I think how to grow in my profession, how to get a promotion, how to get more salary, what I have to do to that, what must I have, that means every time I'll be thinking about my profession only, nothing more than that. I'll be thinking about I just started a business. Then I always think about how to make my business to grow, how to make my business to improve, how better I can come out with more money with my business. This is what your thinking will be always from 25 to 35 years of age. So that 25 to 35 is completely a professional age. It means you think about your profession to grow in the position or to earn the money or to create some position or to be in the best positions of your profession. You always work on that and you always think about that only. And when it comes to 35 to 50, that's a family. It's a family stage of the life where you think about your missus, you get married, you think about your wife, or you think about your husband, or you think about your children, and you will be thinking about your parents. That means in that age of life, 35 to 50, you always give the priority to your families. Right now, your parents, I'm sure, whoever are in this call, on this webinar, I'm sure your parents will be in that age of 35 to 50, who always thinks about you, who always thinks about the family, who always try to think about the family and provide everything to the family. So their priority up to 35 to 50 years of age, the priority will be always about the family. How to make my children to study better, how to make my children to grow, what good provisions I'm able to provide to my children, whether I'm able to give a better life to my children or not, whether I'm able to give a better life to my parents, whether I'm able to give better life to family. This is what always you will be thinking by the time you will be settling in a good job. So you start thinking about your family. After 50 years, that is the fifth stage of the life. After 50 years, you always think about your health. Health conscious will start in the minds of the persons. Once the health constant starts in the minds of the person, you always starts to think, yes, you can see your grandmothers or grandparents will be there in your home. What about they think? They just always think about how to keep their health in a proper way such that they're going to live for more years. So that's the reason they get up in the morning, they go for running, jogging, and they take all the precautions, the food diets, everything they start taking. This all they're going to think about think about only the health and all the health conscious. They'll be more health conscious, and they take all the precautions of the health, and they always try to look after the health, and they go to doctors, they give medicines, this, that. So the first priority will be always given to the health in the age of after 50 years. So if you just look at all these three stages, the third, fourth, and the fifth stage is completely depending on your success in the second stage of your life. I never say it's a success. I say your achievements in the second stage of the life. You may have a doubt why Sar is saying that not success. Success doesn't have any definition. Not an exact definition is given to success. That's the reason if you just to go and open, you get a lot of quotations and a lot of products you're going to get on success in the different manners, in the different ways you're going to get. You don't have any exact definition about success, or you don't have any exact, you cannot define exactly what is success. But how I'm going to present success is that success that gives you happiness and comfort is called as success. That's all. In the life, if you are able to get that happiness and comforts, both are very important, happiness and comforts. If you get these two in your life, you feel as a successful person. You feel as a successful person. Reason, ultimately, finally, we live in our life to get that happiness and comforts. You know, comforts will always get by money, and happiness will always get by the work that you're going to do. Comforts is going to get by the money that you have. You have more money, you get more comforts in your life to enjoy. And happiness you're going to get by the work that you're going to perform. The performance on your work that you're going to do gives you happiness and comfort. That's the only definition, nothing more than that. If these two are there in your life, every person is going to call as a successful person. There's no limit for that. There is no boundary for that. There is no end for that. It's a continuous process. What is that continuous? Continuous achievements in the life is called as success. As you just go on, achieve. At one stage, one achievement, other stage, another achievement. That's enough. A simple example I'll tell you. If you think by getting 98% in 10th standard, or if you think getting intermediate 980 after 1000 is a success, then why should you study the pursuit? No, that is a temporary successment at that time. That's all. That is a temporary success at that time. It's not the permanent success that is required in the life. That's a temporary success that gives you just for that 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days. It makes you to feel that you are a successful person. You got a rank in NEET, you got a medical seat in one of the medical colleges, so you got an IIT rank, JEE advanced rank, you got a seat in IIT, or you got JEE mains rank and you got a seat in NIT. That means that it is only a temporary success for a short period of time. It's not the permanent success. It's an achievement. That achievement, we celebrate it as a success. That's all. Achievement, when it is celebrated, we use the word of success. It's an achievement in the life. It is not the real success that you want in a life. So that achievements, if you accumulate, and if you are able to get at each and every stage, whatever the achievement that you need, whatever the achievement that you can get in your life, every stage of the life, if you are able to get those achievements, then you feel that happiness and comfort, and that happiness and comfort will term you as a success in your life. That's it, nothing more than that success means. So the second stage of life is a very, very important stage, where the third, fourth, and fifth stages of the life are completely, third, fourth, fifth stages of life are completely depending on the second stage of the life. How the third stage is depending on the second stage? Yes, if you are the best in the second stage of your life, then you are going to be the best professional career in your life, the best professional career in your life in the third stage of your life. If you are in a best company, in the highest position, with the best companies you're working, and you're getting more salary, as Sara said, now one is his cousin has joined in Flipkart getting 58 lakhs rupees. Yes, in that way, if you're well settled in the third stage of your life, your fourth stage of life is also going to be very happy. Your family, your kids, everyone are going to be very happy. And your fifth stage of your life, if you take all those precautions, you will be happy and comfort. Yes, that is the reason. All the 5 stages, if you remove the first stage, the second stage is going to play a very, very important life in a very, very important role in your life. Those 15 to 25 years of age is a very crucial age and a very important age of your life. It completely, the remaining part of your life is completely depending on this. In these 10 years, 15 to 25, in these 10 years of time, you can do wonders. You have immense of power. You have immense of memory. You have lot of energies. You will be in the youth, like you will be in the teenage, where you psychologically, you will be very strong to learn so many things in the life, and you can become how much strong that you can become strong in that stage of the life. 15 to 25 years of the stage of the life is a very, very important stage of the life. But unfortunately, the present generation is trying to deviated in this stage of the life only. I'm very sorry to say, but still I just want to tell that most of the 80% of the students in this age are trying to get deviated from the direction of building their career in their life. It may be so many reasons. It may be the reason of the social media, or it may be the reasons of so many friends, so many reasons may be there, but still, if you can make that stage of life as the best, undoubtedly the remaining stages of the life, you are going to be the best. In these 10 years, especially the first 2 years are very, very important. That is +1 and +2. As I said earlier, this +1 and +2 is going to be the foundation for your career. You want to be a best engineer. Yes, you need to study in the best institutions of the country like IITs, NITs, IIITs, or you need to study in the best institutions. There are so many universities, you need to study there. You want to study there, see the connectivity. You want to study there in those institutions. Yes, naturally after +1 and +2, you must go for the competitive examinations like all India level competitive examinations like JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. Then only you get that best result. Then you will be in the best institutions. Then only you will be selected in the best companies with highly paid salaries. Then only your third stage of the life will be very comfortable and happy. And the fourth stage of the life and the fifth stage of the life. Similarly, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a chartered accountant. I don't want to say only the engineer and doctors. I just want to say chartered accountant. You want to become a chartered accountant. Yes, the 10 years is very, very important. Where in your +1 and +2, you must focus yourself towards the subjects of the chartered accountancy, and then you have to build each and every stage of your life. Yes, that's the reason your foundation of your professional career starts at +1 and +2. That is the first 2 years of your, that is 16 and 17 years of age is very, very important. And parallelly, that is the dangerous stage of the life. Undoubtedly, it is the dangerous stage of the life. The 2 years, 16 and 17 years of age can take you to the best in your life, or it can take you to the other direction of your life. So you must be very careful in building your career in the coming 2 years. Your total career is completely depending on the coming 2 years, that is the +1. If it is a 10th standard student, it is +1 and +2. If you are there already in +1 and +2, you need to concentrate more in +1 and +2 when you compare with when you just in +1 and +2, you have to concentrate more about your career in these coming 2 years. Once you are able to build that career, nobody can stop you. One thing I can tell you, nothing is impossible in this world. Everything is possible. If somebody is able to do it, why can't we? We can also. It's a beautiful saying which was said by Abdul Kalam. Nothing is impossible in this world. Everything is possible to achieve. If somebody is able to do it, why can't I? I can also. This is a very wonderful, beautiful words which have been spelled by Abdul Kalam, which really very much apt to all the present generation of the students who said it is impossible. All, if you go back to 15 years back, if you go, whatever the comforts and the enjoyment that you have right now are not there. 15 years back, 20 years back, they are not there. But they are all created. They are all created by somebody like you. All are created somebody like you only. So you can be a creator tomorrow. If you open the apps, I just want to tell you one or two. 15 years back, 20 years back, if we want to go and deposit money in the bank or withdraw the money in the bank, we used to go and stand for hours and hours and hours in the bank. For 2 to 3 hours, we used to stand. But now, wherever you are, you can transfer the money from one account to the other account. That is what technology. And 20 years back, it's very difficult for the doctors to identify the diseases, or it is very difficult for them to identify. But now it made very easy, or by using the technology, the scanners, everything has come where in the micro level, within minutes, within hours, will be detected and operations are done. 20 years back, robotics are not there, now robotics. And 20 years back, if you just go back and see, rarely we used to get a news in the space, on the space research, rarely we used to get a news. But now, every day, there is something which is done, research has done in the space. So never try to think it is impossible. You have a lot of online platforms where you do your marketing. Those people who are interested in marketing, they have started their online platforms. What not, food, everything is available in the mobile. Everything is available in the platform of online. So how all these are developed? Who has done this? Is there any person who is born for that? No. Never try to think that a born intelligence is a word that really suits for all these creations. No, not at all. Nobody is born intelligent. Everybody is born with the same intelligence only. But you have to create and develop those intelligence that is required as per the prevailing situations of the world. Yes, you need to create and develop that intelligence that is required to grow in your life. Simply, if a person is successful or if a person is able to achieve, we simply say that he is an intelligent guy. So that's the reason he is able to flourish in his life or he is able to do it. That's absolutely wrong. Be as an educated person, never try to say he's an intelligent person. Not at all. No intelligence. No, there is no word that intelligence, born intelligence word is not there. He has created that intelligence that is required. He has developed that intelligence that is required. So very clear, boys and girls and the parents who are there in this call, please try to understand. Never try to think that it is not possible. Everything is possible. Whatever the creations that have been made, whatever the developments that have taken place in this world is all developed by a person like you who have been a normal person. If we just go and read all the histories of all the successful people or the peoples who have developed in this world, whatever the field you choose and look at them, all those people are the normal persons only. They are not the persons who are not born with something special or they are special persons of one. No, not at all. It's like you, a normal person who have done that. So why can't we? We can also do them. Why can't we? We can also. What is exactly required? There are two things which is exactly required. Two things. One is education or academics, and the third one is discipline. These are the two major factors. These are the two major factors for a person to have a bright career and grow in his life. One is academics, that is education, and the second one is discipline. These are the two things. In my 25 years of experience, I saw some lakhs of students. In those lakhs of students, some thousands of students who has a very good academic background, but due to lack of discipline, they are able to grow to one stage. Beyond that, they are not able to grow. In the similar way, I saw so many students, some lakhs of students I saw who have the discipline, but lack of academic background or lack of academic career, they are able to go with their discipline to some stage. Beyond that, they are not able to. But those persons who have both academics or education, whatever you say, academics and discipline, nobody can stop them. Sky is the limit for them. Up to what extent they can extend in their life to achieve great things in their life. Two. One is academics and the second one is discipline. Academics cannot be developed in the third or the fourth or the fifth stage of the life. Academics has to be developed only in the second stage of the life only. Without academics, without discipline, no student, no person in this world are able to conquer. Undoubtedly, they cannot conquer, they cannot achieve, they cannot create, they cannot develop, whatever the word that you want to use, they cannot reach to the goal, they cannot, they cannot aim to their target. That's the reason in four, it will be divided. One is academic without discipline, academics with the discipline, discipline without academics. And the fourth one is both are not there. There is no academics, there is no discipline. The fourth one, I think it just goes life as a life every day. But the third one, if you have academics and discipline, one day you will be in the top of this world. You can conquer anything that you want, you can achieve. What you want to become in your life, what you want to become in your life. Already I'm sure that each and every one of you has your own plans and ideas, and all of you have visualized yourself what you want to achieve in your life and how you want to become in your life. Undoubtedly, each and every one of you has. Maybe nowadays it is not possible for us to think, since we don't have this much of awareness. But nowadays there is lot of awareness for each and every person. There is lot of awareness for each and every person to really think about himself or to really plan his career. From the beginning, there is lot of awareness nowadays. Undoubtedly, in different modes, you can get that awareness to create yourself. So when you have these two, you are going to be the best. If you just go back and see all the personalities whom you feel in any field, as a great achiever or as a successful person, has these two. Sachin Tendulkar in the field of cricket, he has the discipline and he has that academics. You may think, what, Sachin Tendulkar has academics? He failed in 10th standard. He doesn't study. I'm talking about the knowledge of cricket is academics for him. I'm talking about the knowledge of cricket is the academics for him. That is the subject for him. I'm not talking about maths, physics, chemistry, or biology. And I'm not talking about commerce or something else, something books. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the subject that he has chosen in his life as a cricketer. That knowledge. Take anyone, Abdul Kalam you take. He has chosen the subject, science subject he has chosen. He has done a lot of research. He has done doctorates and he went to foreign universities. He served so much. All of you knows about that. And parallelly has the discipline also. I know so many examples of my children. Or if you take my own child, my son, who may not have that good academics. He didn't study in IIT. He didn't study in NIT. He didn't study in those best institutions, but he has discipline. So today, he has done his MS from US and is working in Apple. The Apple company is working and is getting around 1 crore salary per annum. He's working in Apple. That is all due to his discipline. He has studied in a normal university. He didn't study in a great institutions like IITs and NITs. He studied in a normal institution, a normal college he has studied. But his discipline has taken him to that position. It's not proud to say about my son, but I'm just giving an example. I know Vamsi Krishna, who got 28th rank in JEE Advance. He has lot of academics, lot of background is their academic background. But a slight disturbance of discipline, slight, it's not indiscipline, slight. Otherwise, you would have got below 10. So try to understand what I'm trying to say. Academics and discipline plays very, very important role. What is academics? Academics means it is knowledge. Academics means nothing but knowledge only. In the chosen field, what the profession I just want to settle in my life, the profession
Yeah, I think there is a network problem with Raghu sir. So he'll join very soon. So far, he has covered very good point. This is all about experience, I can say, because the teachers like him who have seen uh, lakhs of students, as you said, so those only can have such type of uh, experience with the students. And I know personally has guided thousands of students into IITs and the best institutes in India. Definitely, I request all the students uh, and parents, please implement these suggestions given by Raghu sir. And definitely, sir, Raghu sir, are you there?
Sir, the power has gone, so I just want to continue in the mobile.
Okay,
Can
sir.
you?
Yes, sir. Please switch on the video. We can see you.
As I said, academics and discipline are very, very important. Academics means it's nothing but knowledge. Knowledge on the field that you're chosen. I want to become an engineer. What are those three main subjects? Maths, physics, and chemistry. Maths, physics, and chemistry. I want to become a doctor. What are those three main subjects? Biology, physics, and chemistry. If I can gain that knowledge in these three subjects, tomorrow I get a chance to be in one of those IITs or NITs, or I want to become a doctor, I will be in a medical college where I can be in a very good position in my life. So the 2 years or these 10 years, this academics means the knowledge that you gain must be related to the subjects that really shapes your career, that really makes you to achieve what you want in your life, that really what you want to become in your life, that on those subjects you need to. You want to become a doctor or you want to become an IITian, but if you just gain the knowledge of the remaining aspects in the life, you cannot. So the main core subjects, what are there that really you want to build your career? Take those related subjects and gain that knowledge. That is very important. As I said, KASHK is that knowledge. I think all of you now understood what this KASHK is, that knowledge that has to be gained in the academics. You have to gain that knowledge. How knowledge will be gained? Knowledge will be gained in three ways. One is learning in the classroom from the teacher. In the classroom from the teacher. Second one is your self-preparation. Third one is interaction. Carefully follow. Learning is from three. One is from the teacher in the classroom. Second one is self-preparation. And the third one is interaction. In the classroom, you must be focused to the teacher when the teacher teaches. That means you have to concentrate and pay more attention. Concentration and attention are very, very important factors when you sit in the classroom and listen to the class and the teacher to develop knowledge. Once you can improve your concentration and attentions in the classroom and start to focusing more in the classroom to the teacher, then 50% of the subject will be made easy for each and every one of you. 50% you can learn in the classroom when you just follow the teacher and pay your attention in the classroom. And self-preparation, if you have a proper plan and if you can spend some time with what you learned in the classroom, I think you learned something in the classroom. So what you learned in the classroom, if you can spend some time and sit and plan to yourself, that self-preparation, if you're able to do, then 30% more knowledge is going to add it to that 50. That means you need serious and sincere preparation. Very seriously you have to prepare, very sincerely, regularly, planned way you have to prepare of what you learned in the classroom. Then 30% more knowledge you're going to gain. And the remaining 20% you are going to gain. The remaining 20% you are going to gain by interacting about the related subject with your friends and with your teachers or with your known persons who can really help you to improve your knowledge, that will be done by 20%. This percentage, if it changes, you cannot, percentage will be always like that. If you think that you want to sit from morning to night with your friends and discuss about the subject, then also you're going to gain only 20% only. You cannot gain 80% from that. Or if you sit from morning to night in front of the teacher, after the college is over, you want to go to the tuitions and sit and learn and do that and this. Every time the teacher will be teaching for you. Home tuitions, college, this. Every time the teacher will be teaching. Then also you learn. If you concentrate and pay attention, you learn only that 50%, and you can't learn more than that. Or you sit in the home and open the books and study from morning to night, you can gain that 30% only, you cannot gain the more than that. So all the three has to be balanced every day, and all the three has to be maintained every day, and all the three has to be given that importance. So that's the reason in the colleges, 50% of the time will be taken for you to attend to the classes. And 30% of the time they'll give it to you for preparation. 20% of the time they'll give for the interaction. If you take from morning 8 o'clock to evening 7 o'clock, or you take around 10 to 12 hours of time to your studies towards your subjects that you're choosing, this will be the time that will be distributed. You can take your timetable or you can take anything and you can see. So that is a way you can gain that knowledge. That K stands for knowledge. That gains that that is a strategy to gain the knowledge. You know, when you sit in the classroom, your eyes and ears must be completely focused towards the teacher. These are the two sense organs. Eyes and ears are the two sense organs which carries the message through your muscles to your brain. So these two has to be effective in the classroom and the teacher. Concentration always. Concentration of the focus on the teacher will increase by your eyes and ears. The best example is when you go for a movie. When you go to a movie, you get that high level of concentration and attention through these eyes and ears only. You are not going to get it through the other five sense organs by your nose or the tongue. You get it through eyes and ears. You leave your eyes and ears towards the movie and you sit and listen for 3 hours. So that's the reason your concentrations will be very high. And that's the reason once you look at the movie, you never forget the movie for years and years and years. You remember those, for years and years, you remember that. So that level of concentration and attention must be there in the classroom. In the similar way, when you sit in the home for preparation, your seriousness and sincerity. Sincerity means regularly preparing. In a planned way preparing. Be very serious. Don't try to just to prepare for the sake of the parents, or don't try to prepare for the sake of the teachers. You always try to prepare for your sake, for your betterment. That seriousness must be there. You must take a table, you must take a chair, and you must keep all those books that are relevant to prepare. And you must keep a water bottle, you have to keep your pen, pencil, everything. Once you sit, you must not move for 2 hours. That must be the strategy for psychology. In psychology, there is a graph. Actually, I just want to show that graph, but due to power cut, I'm not able to show it to you. You know, if you take 2 hours, means it is around 120 minutes. When you sit to prepare and study, it will take 20 minutes time to involve yourself, get that best concentration from 0 level to the maximum level. It will take 20 minutes. Once you open the book, you cannot get immediately that concentration and involvement in the subject. It slowly improves. It will take around 15 to 20 minutes. From then onwards, around 60 minutes, that level of concentration will be sustained in your mind. Again, after 60, that means 100 minutes are over. The last 20 minutes, it gradually decreases and comes to 0. So after 2 hours, you cannot concentrate, or if you study also, it cannot be retained in your memory. So when you sit with a subject, To gain knowledge, you have to sit for 2 hours. First 20 minutes is for you to involve yourself, set your mind, and get that level of concentration in your mind. It will take 20 minutes. After that, it will stay for 80 minutes, around 60 to 80 minutes. It sustains that concentration levels will maintain for 60 to 80 minutes. After that, again, it starts dropping. That is the graph for to get preparation. Seriousness and sincerity means that only. For that, you need that seriousness, and you must be very sincere. And interaction. I doesn't say that always you have to interact with your friends about your subject. You can interact with your friends. Anything you can interact, but always try to remember your interaction with your friends must be help you to develop your knowledge in the field that you're choosing. I never say if you want to become an IITian, it's always you have to discuss with maths, physics, and chemistry with your friends. No. Let you have a discussion with your friends about how IITs are going to be. Or you and your friend open a video and check. Or you and your friend talk with some IITians, whom do you know? Like that, you try to inculcate yourself those 20 minutes of interaction with your friend regarding the field that you're choosing. This is very, very important. That knowledge when you gain in academics will sharpen your brain. This is a very beautiful concept which we teach in psychology, sharpens your brain. How the brain will be sharpened? Brain is like a knife. Sharpened knife, rusted knife. Both the types of knives will be there, sharpened knife and rusted knife. A sharpened knife allows you to cut the vegetables in the shape and the size that you want. In what size, in what shape you want, you can cut the vegetables with a sharpened knife. With the rusted knife, you cannot cut the vegetables in the shape and the size that you want. In the similar way, knowledge will sharpen your brain. The more you gain the knowledge, the more your brain gets sharpened. The more the brain gets sharpened, the more you can keep the size and the shape of your career. Sharpen the brain means you can shape that size and the shape of your career. You know, the shape of the career means I want to become a doctor, I want to become an IITian. That is a shape. Size of the career, after becoming IITian, up to what extent you want to grow in your life, you can grow. That is called as the size of the career. Shape of the career and the size of the career means what you want to become is the shape. And in what size you want your career. I want to become a doctor. In what size you want to become a doctor? You want to establish a big nursing home like Apollo, or you want to become, you want to have your own nursing home, or you want to have your own practice, or you want to do some research, or you want to do some government job, whatever you want to do it. That is called the size of the career. Shape means what you want to become. That is possible when you sharpen your brain. How the brain gets sharpened? The brain gets sharpened by gaining more knowledge, more knowledge, more knowledge on the profession that you are choosing. How that knowledge will be gained? Only thing I'll tell you, 3 things are very important. One is interest, second is likeness, third one is love. If you have these 3 on any subject, you can master. Interest, you must have first interest to learn the subject. It is not that somebody is forcing you to study. It is not somebody is making you to study. It is not that somebody is asking you to study. You must always create interest. For that, you need to visualize your career. If you visualize your career, you create interest. If you know some amazing factors of that subject, you create interest. If you know the importance of that subject, you create interest. If you know the value of that subject, you create interest. Know the value of that subject. For example, I have physics. How much value to place in my life? How important it is physics to become a doctor or to become an IITian. That create interest. Look at some amazing videos, amazing factors of physics. Then you create that interest in the subject. Don't try to look at the teacher to create interest. Don't try to look at the textbook to create interest. You try to create the interest by visualizing about the physics importance and value. Likeness. If you like yourself and if you like the profession that you're chosen, and if you like the career that you fixed in your mind, naturally you need to like those three subjects. Why should you like the hero Prabhas or Mahesh Babu or some heroes you have, Shah Rukh Khan? There's so many heroes where you feel that you like them. Why should you like them? What is there in them to like? Looking at their characters, looking at their physique, like we're looking at their, what do you call their actors, or looking at something else, you just like them. Fan is become due to likeness only. Die-hard fan is become due to depth likeness. Depth of the likeness makes you to be as a die-hard fan. A fan will become only when you like. So similarly, why don't you become a fan of your maths, physics, and chemistry? Or why don't you become fan of biology, physics, and chemistry? When you become the fan of the subjects that you choose, when you like them. That is called as likeness. Love. How you love some things in your life? In the similar way, you need to love to study. Don't try to study by force. Try to study with love. If you study by force, you cannot gain that knowledge. These three are very, very important. Interest, likeness, and love towards the studies is very, very important for any person to gain that knowledge. Once that knowledge is gained, you can sharpen your brain. Once that brain is sharpened, you can make your career in the shape and the size that you want. The shape and the size that you want, you can make it. That is the word of K. K means that only, knowledge. CSH, cash, means it is money. When you get cash, when you have KSH with you, both spells the same. Both are going to spell as the same, but there is a lot of difference. That knowledge that is required, K stands for that knowledge. And as I said, academics and discipline. Discipline is related to attitude. You need to have an attitude that really must push you, pull you to achieve your goals and your targets and to become. Before achieving the goal everybody will be keeping. Everybody keeps the target, no doubt in that. Nowadays, every student has very high hopes on himself, keeps very high goals, keeps very high, will trust himself more than anything else, and keeps a very high targets, undoubtedly. But you must become a good performer. Achieving goal is when you can achieve a goal, when you are a good performer. Before achieving the goal, or before fulfilling your dreams, before reaching to your targets, before that there is something that you have to do. That is nothing but you must be a good performer. A football player can hit the ball into the goal to be as a winner when he is a good performer in the field. You must be a good performer in the field. If you are a good performer, one day, if you perform in the direction, one day, you are going to reach to your goal and you are going to reach to your target. For that, attitude is very, very important. What sort of attitude is required? Inner attitude, external attitude. Both are there. Remember, inner attitude, that is the self-discipline. External attitude, external discipline. Inner attitude refers to the self-discipline. I'll tell you a simple example where you can really understand the difference between these two. If the class is going on and the teacher is teaching, you look very silent, you look very calm, but your mind will be running throughout the world. And you always feel and think when this teacher is going to go out, when the bell is going to ring, what is this boring? You don't express it outside since the teacher will punish you. So innerly you feel that. That is called as inner attitude. External attitude means, the fighting and all is the external attitude. Doing indiscipline is external attitude. If that gap is there, inner attitude and external attitude, if gap is more, if the gap is, external attitude means actions, inner attitude means thoughts. See, how I'm relating. Inner attitude means thoughts. External attitude means actions. If that more gap is there between thoughts and actions. Your thoughts are something and your actions are something. There is a lot of gap. Inner attitude, your in self-discipline is something different and your external discipline is something different. When your parents are trying to tell you that you study, external discipline, externally you sit and study, but self-discipline will be lost. You're cursing your parents. Every time they say study only, nothing else. They're not allowing me to enjoy with my friends. They're not allowing me to sleep. They're not allowing me to this, that, and all the inner feeling will be there. That inner feeling and external, the difference you can understand. If the difference is more, you cannot become a good performer. You cannot achieve. If the difference is less, the gap is very less. If the difference and the gap is very less, that means you are going to become a good performer, and tomorrow, whatever the dreams that you kept in your mind to build your career will be fulfilled. Or tomorrow you will be a great achiever. Tomorrow you are going to achieve your goals. Tomorrow you are going to reach to your targets. That difference always, your inner feeling and outside feeling, both must be the same. They must not differ. They must not have much gap. Then only you are going to be a good person. That A is that attitude. A is that attitude. I told about K, and now A is the attitude. Attitude plays a very, very important role in a person's life to get a good settlement. You need to develop that sort of attitude to work. When you develop that attitude to work, when you have that interest, when you like it, when you have that love towards your studies, then you develop an attitude to work on the studies or on the subjects that are related to grow in your life or develop your career. So that A is that attitude. S is the skill. Knowledge, I said, as your brain gets sharpen and sharpen, it develops that skills that is required for you to. If you sharpen your brain, you can shape and keep the size that you want for your career. That means that skill to shapen your brain to your career, that skill is very important, especially to face all this competitive examination, this is competitive world. You need to have that skills to address all these competitive examinations. Until you develop those skills, you cannot address those competitive examinations and come out successful in this heavy competitive world. For that, the skills are very important. And the H stands for hard work, which is very, very, very important. If you doesn't work, I don't say hard work doesn't mean the 24 hours you have to spend, but how much time you have to spend towards your cause of or towards your work, or towards your goal that you want to reach, or towards what you want to achieve in your life, or towards to be as a best performer. How much time you have to spend and work you have to spend and work that much of time. That is called as hard work. It doesn't mean the 24 hours you have to work hard or something like that. Hard work means the time has to be devoted and the time has to be spent. How much time it has to be spent? It has to be spent. And you have to work. Then only it is called as hard work. That is also very, very, very important. That is the word of KASH means. Once you have the KASH, automatically you're going to get CASH. Tomorrow, you want the CSH for the comforts, you need to have KSH. If you have the K and A, you will feel that happy to do your work that is allotted or that you chosen in your life. That is very, very important to get that happiness and comforts in your life. I think I've taken much time. I thank Venkatesh sir for giving me this opportunity. And I hope I'm able to reach to every student and the parent who are there here. And my sincere request to all the parents and students is to drive your child psychologically, keep an eye on them, look at them, encourage them, motivate them, talk with them, and drive them in what direction I explained it till now. I'm sure that everybody liked my webinar. And if Venkatesh sir gives me permission, I can come out with one more topic on the mindset of the students about memory and all. I'm eagerly waiting for Venkatesh sir to give me one more opportunity to explain. Okay. Thank you very much, all the parents and the students who are present in this webinar. And thank you, Venkatesh sir, for giving me this opportunity to interact with all your members in EduGroup. I wish all the best, and I wish you also all the best. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir,
Thank
it's a
you, sir.
wonderful, yeah, sir, it's a wonderful webinar, Raghu. Thanks for accepting. Now I got a full clarity what is cash and what is cash. Okay. So K stands for knowledge, A stands for attitude, S stands for skill, and H stands for hard work. It is very important, sir. As you mentioned, these are four important words a student should develop. Definitely everything follows. So I say that success is the byproduct of all these four. So, sir, I have some questions, Raghu, because
Yes, sir.
since you are so experienced, I'm just asking from the student perspective.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is, are the rankers are born or they made? What do you say, sir?
No, rankers are not born, sir. As I said, all the students think that rankers are intelligent persons and they're born intelligent. There is no word called as born intelligent. Intelligence will be always created and developed by the work and your attitude that you have. Intelligence is created by the knowledge. Sharpness of the brain is nothing but intelligent only. If I just ask you a question, if you're able to answer in a fraction of seconds, oh, everybody thinks that he's very intelligent, he's able to answer. I think you understood what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
In
sir.
the
I
simplest
understand. I
way,
understand.
if
Yes.
as a physics teacher, if you ask a student a question, and if that question is able to answer, then the remaining all the students will think that, yes, he's very intelligent boy, is answering all the questions. So that intelligence is created. It is developed by gaining the knowledge, sharpening the brain, that intelligence comes out. It's not, there is no word as born intelligent or born made or born talented. That word is not there, sir.
That's very beautiful.
Sachin Tendulkar, is he born talented in cricket? No. He has entered into cricket. He created interest. He liked it. He loved it. And he spent his whole time. He devoted his whole time. And he failed in 10th standard. Everybody will study. But we praise him a lot. That knowledge that is required for the cricket, he has done that physical and mental and everything. He has completely put from his 8th standard onwards and he started working on that. That's the reason he's not a born cricketer, or he's not a born intelligence, or he is not a born person that achieves. So there is no word of born intelligence or born made student people, sir.
Thank you, sir. So because I'm asking, many students think that some students, they are basically like that. That's why they're getting ranked. So we all know that that's not correct. So as you said, intelligence can be developed through the shortcut that you spoke about, the cash. If the student will follow, definitely, I think it is very important for them, sir. I have one more question, sir. This JEE Mains exam is approaching. Maybe speculations are there. It may be in the month of February, right? So now many students have a question, sir. We have hardly 2 months time, especially for those students who are going to write JEE Mains exam in the month of February. What suggestions you give them, sir? Because the time is only 2 months. How to utilize those 2 months effectively, sir?
Yeah, I think JEE Mains maybe in the month of February, as you rightly said, it may be in the month of February, or latest it may be in the month of March 15. But the first attempt is going to be always in the month of last week of February, first week of March, and no doubt in that. But the first attempt is the best attempt. If you are able to crack with a good percentage in the first attempt only, I think your burden of preparing for advance, like preparing again for mains, will be reduced. So you can spend more time for advance, and you can think about more about the remaining examinations once you cleared. This mains will be the first examination. So once you are able to come out with a very good percentile. So to get that percentile, these 2 months are sufficient or not is somewhat difficult answer to answer, but it is sufficient also. The reason is almost all in all the institutions, whomever the students are preparing, I think they completed their second year syllabus and revision also have started. But only thing is that the last 2 years they learned in online. If they would have planned properly in the online and maintained the notes and followed the teacher, may not be vigorously, but at least if they're able to follow that, I'm sure they would have, they would never find any difficulty. But for the remaining students for these 2 months, my advice is that if you just go back to 3 years back, if you go and take the analysis and all, if you are able to get 170, 180, you're going to get a seat in NIT. One of the NIT, you're going to get the seat. And if you're able to get 180 plus, you're going to get a good NIT. If you're going to get 200 plus, you're going to get a good branch in good NIT, undoubtedly. So to get those comfortable marks of 180 in each subject, if you can plan for 60, I think to get that 60, generally in JEE mains, when you observe, almost all the topics questions will be covered. It's not a pure weightage. This is important, and more questions will come from this weightage. Maybe number of slots are there, number of shifts are there. Sometimes it varies, but generally they always tend to set the paper covering all the chapters. So you can choose the very important chapters, and first you segregate the chapters in 3 ways. One is very important and weightage chapters, and the second one is the questions which can ask in the JEE main. Chapters which will be free, we may ask in the JEE mains. And the third one is these 2 ways you can divide the chapters. And the first, every day have access with the chapters which are very important, and try to keep some time to the chapters which they generally may ask, may not ask, which are not weightage. That is the first method, sir. And plan B is you can segregate the chapters which gets minimum 60 marks so that you get a seat in NIT, and have a thorough preparation and serious preparation on that. And the third method, plan C, is that you can take the difficulty level of the chapter, difficulty level, easy level, moderate level of the chapters, and whether you are strong in these chapters or not, what are those areas that you are strong in those chapters, that if you revise yourself continuously, sure you are going to get that 60 marks. So any plan can be implemented, but 2 months is sufficient to get that 180 to 200 marks to secure a seat in a good seat in a good branch in NITs.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's a wonderful suggestions you have given to the students. And one more question, sir. And as most of our students prepare for MSET exam, so do they need to follow any separate preparation strategy for MSET, or the serious preparation for JEE mains exam is enough?
Yeah, if you compare the previous MSET papers and the present MSET papers, previous MSET papers are completely formula-based papers in physics, and in chemistry, completely memory-based papers. And mathematics, always it is a solving paper only. But nowadays, maths is the same, but in physics also slightly, not much, but slightly they are trying to give that edge of JEE mains questions. And in chemistry also, they're converting themselves from the memory. Yes, 50% memory will be there, but slightly. So whatever the preparation that you take for JEE mains, I think that is sufficient to get below 10,000 or below 8,000 or 7,000 for MSET, so that they can get in good colleges like Gayatri and all. Very good colleges are there in those colleges to get. I think it is sufficient. And those 10 days, if they practice, look at all the formulas and open the academy book, and getting 100 marks, 110, I think 100 marks and 110 marks gives them 3,000 for them, which is a very good rank for them to get into those good colleges based on MSET. For that, I think separately, they no need to plan anything from beginning. If they concentrate on mains and parallelly, if they can remember those formulas, I think that will be sufficient for them. Last year MSET paper also, if you take out of 40 bits in physics, there are around 20 bits which have been on directly formulas, and all 22, 25. But the remaining 15 questions, slightly they changed, like mains, slightly they changed and they gave, where direct formula cannot be applied. Like that, slight changes are made. But I think repeatedly the same standard and the same questions are coming in MSET. If they can take time for 15 days before the examination and completely focus and take last 10 years papers, and timing is very important. If they maintain the timing of attempting those 160 bits in 3 hours, I think that will be sufficient, sir. It's not necessary right now to take from the beginning separately for MSET.
That's a very good suggestion, sir, because the student think that they JEE means exam is separate, MSET is separate. So what you said is correctly right. So if they prepare well for this MSET, I mean JEE means exam, and they can face easily that what called as MSET exam also. Sir, I have one more question if you don't mind. We have this NT Abbas app, and many students are not aware of it, sir. I even suggest the student to download. How important is the Abbas app, and can they express some model question from that Abbas app, sir?
NTA, no? NTA,
NTA Abbas.
NTA has given a wonderful app where the students can really use them once they feel that they completed the syllabus and they want to attempt some question papers for 1.5 hours. It is a very good app. They may not come exactly, but it gives you to learn the standard of the papers and the standard of the questions. And also it makes you to know how the question is framed in a subject. Like, for example, if you take atomic structure, generally that app is completely maintained by the North Indians only. It is not maintained by any one of the South Indians. It is completely prepared based with the North Indian team of members only. Up to my knowledge, 90% it has been prepared by the North Indian based people only. It's not most of the time. Most of the time, they try to involve the KV teachers. They try to involve the teachers who are teaching 11th and 12th in CBSE. So they're very familiar with NCRT. That app is not been taken from any reference books or anything, sir. Please, that has to be removed from the minds of the students. It's not collected from the reference books or any other materials. Those questions are prepared by the teachers. Most of the teachers are from the north, and most of the teachers are from KV who are teaching +1 and +2. So those teachers have designed. That's the reason you can see maths you find a bit easy when you compare with physics and chemistry. You find very I don't say difficult, different types of questions in physics and chemistry, but mathematics you find to the NCRT level, which is not up to that level of original mains also. So it is advisable for the students in and out whenever they find time. They can open the app and attempt those questions. I think it is advanced. It is advisable for the students. It's all they have to create their interest to work on that. That's the only thing. Like, for example, Wednesday, fix a time, Wednesday, before I go to sleep, let me attempt one paper, download the app and let me attempt one paper. Or for every 2 weeks, let me attempt one paper. In that way, if they can plan themselves, I'm sure. There will be some questions which they may not answer. So immediately they can take screenshot or they can write it on a notebook, and next day they can go to the teacher and they can ask the teacher about that question. The teacher can explain, or they can discuss with their friend about that question. It's just exposing yourself to a different platform of questions. That's all. Advantage means you will be knowing the standard, you will be knowing the questions, you will be knowing how the questions will be framed. Especially for chemistry, it will be very useful. I give first preference chemistry, next to physics, and next to maths.
Yes, sir. That's wonderful. Even I don't know, sir, that I thought that they have collected some questions randomly. Yeah, I've seen the questions, but they're different from the usual model that we teach in the class. So that's a wonderful suggestion you have given, sir. And one more, sir, when we see the last year previous JEE means paper, sometimes the same question will repeat in other sessions also. Sir, what is the importance of solving the previous JEE means papers in getting a good rank, sir?
I think last year 4 attempts are given. In each attempt, there are 6 papers. Totally 24 papers have come. And 2020, there are 2 attempts. And 2019, if you take those papers, that's sufficient, sir. That is sufficient. See, here, I'll suggest to the students and Venkatesh, sir, I just want to tell you one thing. Nowadays, the apps have come, the private publication books have come. They are just giving me the solutions. So students are addicted to that. So that is the reason really they are not able to test whether I'm able to do the previous mains paper or not. But when these apps are not there, or when these when the social media is not in the is not active, when there is no reference books, what the students used to do, they always try to first focus. You remember in Batiban, they are always used to first focus on the previous IIT
Yes.
papers and AEEE papers only. And
Yes,
we
yes.
also find very difficult to take more time to explain them.
Yes.
We used to prepare with our own and go and explain. That is
Yes.
more effective right now, students. But now, right now, students are missing that only. They
Yeah.
take engage.
Okay.
If an interested student, what they do, they solve. If they're not getting, they look at the solution. So they feel that the solution is sufficient for them, but the solution will never help them. So they must, if they are really interested to do the previous papers, download a paper, solve it, and then go to the teacher or refer the book. First, refer the book. If you didn't get any question, you try to figure out from the textbook where that concept is there. Then you don't forget throughout your up to till final examination. Next is, if you are not able to figure out, go to your teacher and ask your teacher. Why I'm asking the teacher is, teacher not only explains the doubt, in and around the concept also, the neighborhood concept also teacher explains, and the teacher will have previous memory more. So teacher digs out that memory. From that memory, it starts digging out the questions, and it tells to the student, not only this question can be asked like this also, or it can be asked like this. So when they ask like this, you have to answer like this. When they ask like this, I remember 2017, the question was asked like this. So then you have to do like this. 2018 was asked like this. The teacher can tell, the students doesn't know, the teacher can tell. That cumulative thinking will be there in the teachers. So the teacher can tell. Still, if you feel, go to your friend, a good friend, and ask your friend to explain. If they can do it, you can ask them to do it. That's the way. Then JEE means old papers will help them a lot to know the standards, to know the framing of the question, the subject depth, what formulas they're giving, in what concepts they're giving. I think last 3 years of papers, if you take and if you work out on them and study yourself, analyze yourself, not referring any reference books, not referring to any apps, you study, you analyze yourself, undoubtedly, you will get lot of advantage from the previous JEE mains papers.
That's a very good suggestion, sir. Because even Arhant has published one, book where the previous exam question, there's a question answer like that. Okay. So when the students, they say that, sir, we solved all the papers, but when the same question given the exam, they're unable to solve it. Yes, sir. I have one question from my friend, sir. He's from USA. Srinivas, are you there? Srinivas? Okay. Sir, he asked this question, sir. Do you think institutions and teachers are doing enough to create the love or excitement for a subject? The students are mostly lectured and expected to memorize. You agree with it, sir?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I'm in an institution, but I agree.
okay. So,
see, I said love is, I said love, yes, love has to be created from the teachers also, and the students also must create that love. I agree. The reason is nowadays it's a competitive world where we are running back of the competition. So naturally, we will sometimes we forget to create that love towards the respective subject. We try to create that love towards marks and ranks.
yes, it's a
And
competitive
nothing
world.
wrong in that accepting, I think. Venkatesh, sir, I think you agree too.
Yes, sir, I definitely agree, sir, because our system is completely different. Yeah, I do get a lot of comments from the teachers who are in school and engineering colleges, because the way we work here is different. We are here to produce rank. That's how we are gauged. So our success will largely depends upon how many ranks we produce. But definitely, sir, we have to accept. There's no denying for it. Sir, wonderful, sir. You have given so much of your time and you have explained so well. Definitely, I'm eager to have one more session with you, sir. Before the J Mains exam, we'll have one session. Yeah, before that, we'll wind up. I'll ask everyone, please switch on your cameras. We can take one photograph. We just wanted to share in the social media. And meanwhile, I just share one small poll. Definitely, this will help us. I think you got the poll right. Please post your answers.
At least I didn't get the poll. Can
You
you
didn't get the poll?
No.
Oh,
How about others? At least I didn't get the poll.
I think I have to share it again. No.
No. We got it and we got it. We responded.
Okay, thanks. Okay, I think I was delayed. Thanks.
Yeah, I think everybody can see it, right?
Yes. It is visible, and the one who has responded, that will go out. And
Okay.
That happened with me.
Acha, 3 out of 22 people have attempted, right? Yeah, it is going on. Yes. So it's a very beautiful thing, sir. ASN, sir, are you there?
Sir.
Please, everyone, I request everyone, please switch on your videos. So let us have one, picture, so that we cherish your presence. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir. I'll put in the gallery view.
Yeah.
And ASN, sir, you can share your feedback, sir. How you felt about the webinar? How useful is this for your students? Because you're a principal with a lot of experience.
Sir, it's very useful to each and every student, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, morning also, sir has discussed the most important topics in mathematics, physics, chemistry. And what are the topics that we have to stress during these 2 months? Also, he has he has given our suggestions to also, sir.
Okay.
And also, his experience. What today meeting is.
Sir, you are unmuted. You are unmuted, sir. You are muted.
Yeah, and also very thankful to Venkatesh, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful feedback.
Sir.
And we know Raggar for so many years. We know his power. He always mesmerizes the teachers with his words and with his speeches. And almost, I think, from last 5 years, I miss his speeches. Yeah, is there any student wanted to share their feedback, how they felt? Is there any parent or the students? Anyone can share the feedback. Ramakrishna sir, are you there? Okay. So thank you, Raggar, once again. We are fortunate to have such an experienced teacher on our website for giving the students all your experiences. Definitely, a lot of students will benefit from these webinars, and we request you to give us the same cooperation in the future, and definitely we'll plan one webinar very soon before the JEE Mains exam, and definitely
Sure, sir. You're most
help a
welcome.
lot of students. Yes, sir.
You're
Thank you.
most
Thank you
welcome,
once
sir.
again.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
Thank you.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Thank you very much.
So this is all. Yeah. Haribabu, thank you for joining. Srinivas, my dear friend, thanks for joining all from US. And I thank all the students, parents. Please be part of that group. Download the app. That will help you a lot. ASN sir, I request you, because you have seen today's webinar, I request you to please recommend our services to your students.
Sure,
if you think really
Sure, sir.
they are
Just now I
helpful
have
to you.
registered, sir. Just now I have registered in the Educum website, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
actually,
we
last time
need-
I have tried but failed. This
Okay.
time I have downloaded that app and also registered, sir.
Thank you,
Definitely, I would like to inform the students, and also this is very useful. And you are doing the free service, sir. Really great, sir. Great thing, sir. Because I don't know how much cost that you have to effort for this type of sessions, but it is very well helpful and also useful. But really great thing that you are giving very free to the each and every student, sir. So definitely every student has to utilize this. And by the next seminar itself, as you are also aware about that NEET, definitely I ask my 130 students are there in my Vizianagaram. I
Oh.
ask each and every student. Even today also, some of the BPC students have joined, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So definitely, I will inform each and every student. Utilize that opportunity, sir. Thank you very much,
Yes,
sir.
sir. See, sir, we have wonderful people. See, Dr. Haribabu is the vice principal of the Linden College. He is our mentor. And we have Srinivas. He is working in US. He is a senior mentor for us. And these experiences, see, this is the best part of EdRoom, sir. Students in Vijayanagar can hear to the person in US. They can listen to the person in Delhi. So definitely this type of things never happened in the earlier, sir. And definitely we want to provide the best services to the students and to the parents and to the teachers. And thank you for your love, sir. We definitely need your cooperation. And very soon I'll come to even Vijayanagar to meet you personally. And definitely we'll work with the students. Because a lot of students are worried about physics. So being a physics teacher, I just wanted to interact with the students. If you give me a chance, I'll come to a college and I'll talk to students, sir. Thank you, Asan Garu. Yeah, this is all for today. Thank you once again, all the parents, students, and my dear friends and faculty who have joined from different places. See you in the next webinar. Thank